Hey, good day, good day. Good day, my space cowboy. Hoo-ha to you too. Yes, yes, good day, mommy. Oh, mommy, I love what you sent today. I'm going to share it. It was so good. Yeah. So I've shared with you that my mother sends me a text every morning, and now she sends one to the whole family. And so this is what she says. This is what she texts this morning. Dear Lord, you have put miraculous works into each one of us. Help me live my life so that it meets your plan. Guide me towards your path and fill my heart with peace and love. Oh, that was good. That was good, mommy. Thank you so much for that blessing this morning. Good day, Nan. Good day, Tim. Good day, everybody. Welcome to Morning Sip with Rev Melissa. And I am Rev Melissa. And SIP is Spirit in Practice. Because that's what we do. We practice, y'all. We practice. So this week we are practicing with integrity. We are practicing with integrity. So we kicked this off on Monday. Yesterday we was talking about listening with integrity, right? Listening with integrity. And I asked the question, how much time do you spend listening with integrity? Many of us spend a lot of time listening with other things, listening with doubt, listening with worry, listening with fear, listening with other people's stories. How many of us listen with other people's stories? They're not even ours, but we're listening. But that happened to her, so it could happen to me, right? How many of us do that? Take on other people's stories and listen to that and have that lead us in what we do in the day, right? Like, oh, perfectly, right? I was sharing with Sekou before today's show. Sekou, I feel like we need like a behind the scenes show. You know how how the shows do that? They do a behind the scenes show and you see all the stuff that's going on and all the conversations. I think we need that because we have some juicy conversations, y'all. We really do. So I was sharing with Sekou this morning that my walking group, one of the women, she sends a good morning text at 5 a.m. And that's her way of gently saying, okay, ladies, let's go, let's go. But this morning she sent the text at 5 and she was a little under the weather. She said she had a rough night and she was going to pass today. So I sent her some positive vibes. And what did I do? I went right back to sleep. Hey, yes. Because what was I listening to? I was listening to her experience of having a rough night. Right? And what does that have to do with me getting up? Nothing. But I surely did go back to sleep. Oh, yes, I did. And then when I woke up at 6, I said, okay, let's go. Let's go. Girl, go back to sleep. You don't want to walk by yourself today, right? And I told Sekou, I didn't even entertain her today. I said nothing. I gave her the silent treatment, as a matter of fact, and I got myself together and out the door and had a nice, wonderful walk with myself, with integrity, Yes. So I also shared the story from Book of Awakenings by Mark Nepo. And as I was walking today, I was re-listening to yesterday's sip and I was listening to myself read the story. And it really was as if I was listening to myself read the story versus I was reading the story to you all yesterday and it didn't land the way it landed for me today, listening to it again. So I want to go back through the story again with, let's say, a deeper perspective, let's just say a deeper perspective. Like it landed for me in another way today. So I want to share that again. And I want us to keep in mind, as I do, that we are listening from a place of wholeness, that integrity is about wholeness. It's about being untouched, undiminished, undivided, right? All right. So here we go. So again, Book of Awakenings by Mark Nepo. Integrity is the title, and it is from December 28th. Here's the story. Much of our journey throughout this book has been about discovering that place inside and cultivating the ability to listen to it while having compassion for the life that carries it. It moves me to share the story of a troubled man who exhausted from his suffering and confusion, asked a sage for help. The sage looked deeply into the troubled man and with compassion offered him a choice. You may have either a map or a boat. After looking at the many pilgrims around him, all of whom seemed equally troubled and confused, the confused man said, "I'll take the boat." The sage kissed him on the forehead and said, "Go then, you are the boat, life is the sea." As we discussed so many times, we have everything we need within us. The ability to listen inside is our oldest oar. You are the boat. So I'm walking, and I'm listening to the story, and I'm like, I need to deconstruct this a little bit more for myself. So when I got home, I read the story. I got the book and I read the story. And these are the things that came up for me. So the sage, right? Who is the sage? The sage is our genius, right? We talked about genius last week when we were talking about discipline. Who are you listening to, right? Our higher self, our indwelling spirit, the God that dwells within us, right? Our inner wisdom, our intuition, right? That's the sage. All of us have an inner sage. We all have an inner sage, right? And he said, and so I said, okay, so this is a good thing, right? What came up for me was, I'm going to follow everything that this confused man did in the story as I contemplate some moves I got to make, right? So who am I consulting? Who am I going to? I'm going to my inner self. I'm going to my inner sage, right? That's a good place to go. That's a good place to go. And what did the man do? He asked for help. What can we do for ourselves? We can ask for help. We can ask for help. Okay. And how was the sage with the man? The sage was compassionate. Mark wrote, the sage looked deeply into the troubled man and with compassion offered him a choice, right? Offered a choice, not advice. Many times we share our stuff with people and they want to offer us advice, right? But what we can do is we can consult our inner sage and with compassion towards ourselves, right? Not judging ourselves, not beating ourselves up, not making ourselves wrong. None of that, right? None of that. With compassion, right? By being gentle with ourselves, the sage offered a choice. A choice. So we talked about choice last week. And what is choice? When you get down to it, choice is a state of consciousness that you commit to regardless of the circumstances. I realized for myself that I'm getting caught up in the circumstances. The circumstances are no different from any other circumstance. When you really look at it, it comes down to my state of consciousness. It comes down to our state of consciousness, regardless of the circumstance. Say, cool, reflected back to me, right? I'm good at getting parking spots, regardless of the circumstance, regardless if it's a parking spot or your life's dream. It's the same state of consciousness, right? The same state of consciousness. Okay. So we are always, the direction to look is within. We know that. And the choice that we're making is not a choice between this or that, right or wrong. It's a choice between our state of consciousness. Am I in the state of consciousness of God is working through and as me? Or am I in a state of consciousness of I'm out here all by myself? I got to do it all, right? Why is this happening to me? Am I in that victim consciousness? So what is my state of consciousness, right? Discipline is a state of consciousness. To be disciplined and knowing from whence my help cometh. The confused man went to the sage for help. Where does your help come from? My help, y'all, comes from the divine. I say that I am sourced by the divine. God is my source, right? That is where my help cometh from. Through me. Through me. All right. So the other thing he says in the story is, the man looked at many pilgrims, right? There were all these pilgrims around him, and all of them seemed equally troubled. And so the confused man made the choice of taking the boat. So this was very interesting to me also, right? Pilgrims, right? So what are pilgrims? Pilgrims are, there are other people on their journey. They're seekers also, right? So all of us, in a sense, are pilgrims, right? And all of us are on our path, right? And wherever we are on our path, and whatever state of consciousness we are on our path is our path. So the man didn't say, oh, there's Pilgrim Pete. Let me go do what Pilgrim Pete is doing. Pilgrim Pete was just as confused as the man, right? So let me just stay here. Let me just stay here on my path in the state of consciousness of oneness and make a choice from that place. He didn't make a choice from a place of confusion. He made a choice from a place of a state of consciousness, right? And he chose the boat. He chose the boat. Yesterday I asked, which one do you think the man chose, a boat or a map? And I said, I would have chose the map. And I think Gladys and Vanessa said, yeah, I would have chose the map too, right? And I shared yesterday, it didn't matter if he chose the map or the boat, because what did the sage do after the man said, I'll take the boat? The sage kissed him on the forehead and said, go then, you are the boat. Life is the sea. The sage didn't say, ding, 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 ding. Right answer. You win a prize. No, the sage didn't do that. The sage didn't acknowledge anything about it being right or wrong, right? The sage was just like, bless you. You made a choice. Now go forth. Go forth. Take action from the place that you made this choice from. Take action from the state of consciousness that you made this choice from, right? I didn't get that yesterday when I read it. It's so important. It's so important, y'all. And in the action, we are disciplined, right? We are disciplined. We are in integrity with our thinking, with our speaking, with our words, with our feeling tone, with everything that we are doing, because we are in the wholeness. Integrity is about wholeness, right? So the man might have been feeling confused, but what we know about, oh, y'all, come on now. What we know about integrity, what we know about the way that God works is that we are still untouched. We're untouched. We are whole. So let's move and take action from that place of consciousness, right? And so that's what the man did. He went and he got in the boat, right? And what boat did he get into? Because the sage said, "You are the boat." So the man got into himself. He went inside. The sage didn't say, "Okay, go over there and there's a boat over there." No, you are the boat. Get inside yourself. Direct yourself from the place that knows where you are to go. The place of wholeness knows. The place of undividedness knows. Your inner sage knows. But we have to recognize that we are the boat. And if he chose the map, we would have been the map. You are the map. What are you declaring yourself to be? Who are you? That's why I love the 30-day mental diet so much. Day one is, who are you? Because we got to get clear about that. We have to be really clear about who we are. I am very clear, and I have to remind myself every single day, y'all, who I am. Because I forget. I act like this confused man and all the other pilgrims out there wandering around. The only thing that we have to discover again is who we are. Rediscover it. Remember who you are. Right? No, Gladys, we are not wrong in choosing the map. We can never be wrong in choosing whatever it is that we're choosing. It's not about that. It's not about that. It's about the state of consciousness from which you are making the choice. Are you making a choice from the state of consciousness of fear? Are you making the choice from a state of consciousness of things never work out for me? Because the law says yes. I'm in a state of consciousness of things never work out for me. The law says yes. Here you go. Things never work out for you. I'm in a state of consciousness that things always work out for me, that everything is working out together for my highest good. The Lord says, yes, here you go. Things working out for your highest good. So what is it? Let's not get caught up in the this or in the that. It is the state of consciousness. It is the thinking. It is the speaking. It is the feeling. It is the knowing. It is the believing. It is the remembering. It is the rediscovering. And all that we need, we have it already. It's within us. Get inside yourself. Get inside yourself. Keep yourself company. Spend some time with your inner sage. That's why our spiritual practice is so important. Yes? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. So action is also in integrity. There's listening in integrity, and there is action in integrity. So some of us make the choice, but then we don't move. We want to analyze some more. We're going to go talk to some people, right? We want to shop it around, right? Do a focus group, right? All of that, right? But integrity is complete in action. Integrity is complete in action. So let's have the experience of that. Yes? I wrote this down, is what you are doing in integrity with the choice that you made. Is what you're doing in integrity with the choice you made. So I made a choice. God is my source, not a job. I had a choice between a job and God. All right now. I had a choice between God and a job or God. Mm, mm, mm. So it's what I'm doing in integrity with the choice that I made. I chose my source. Now, don't get it twisted, right? Because there is infinite possibilities within that choice. Yes? All kinds of revenue source resources in that choice. Yes? Yes, God is everything, right? So, in order for me to be in integrity, I have to look at what I am doing. What action am I taking? Where am I? Where am I in my state of consciousness? So I leave you all with that question today. Is what you are doing in integrity with the choice you made? And I want to remind you all that each one of my Congregation of Joy folks made a choice at the beginning of the year to embody equality. To embody equality. You made that choice to embody abundance, connection, love, compassion, bliss, prosperity, expansion, right? I could go through the whole list. I'm going to do a roll call on Friday in case y'all forgotten. And you'll just need a reminder to remember, right? So whatever that quality of God is what you're doing in integrity with that quality of God that you chose, right? You made a decision. You had to cut out a whole bunch of other stuff to choose that one quality. Are you in integrity? Are you in the wholeness of that? It's just a question. Like the sage does, ask the question. And we make the choice. All right, y'all. All right. So that is today's integrity in action. And so we'll continue this tomorrow. I'm so excited and grateful for these series that have unfolded since the beginning of the year. We kicked off the year with the prayer of Jabez, right? Oh, that you would bless me indeed and expand my territory. You remember that? Yes, yes, yes. All right. So I am Rev Melissa. I am an ordained interfaith minister. I am a religious science practitioner. I am a licensed certified coach, purpose coach, spiritual coach. I'll just support you in connecting to your yes, to living life in that quality that you chose for yourself. So if you need support, reach out, DM me, take action, ask for help. The answer is yes. The answer is yes. All right, y'all. So let's get into some joy news. All right. So Friday, y'all. Friday is our next meditation with the moon. And I made a choice, right? I chose to try out StreamYard again. So we're going to have our meditation with the moon, 4 a.m. Eastern time, right here on StreamYard. And what we're adding to that is an after party, y'all. An after party, wear your pajamas, come as you are on Zoom. You can still keep your camera off if you choose to, so that we can have some interaction and just share. Share about the moon meditation, share about the series, share about stuff that might be coming up for you, whatever. So we'll be in with each other, the Congregation of Joy, after meditation with the moon. Okay? Sunday is a 2-1 Sunday for me. So we're starting off with Living Life in Joy, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. And my special guest is family, because any family of Sekou is family to me. It's Morgan and Monica. They are going to be talking about the amazing work that they are doing around sickle cell anemia. So you could check out Morgan. She has a TikTok, Sickle Cell Warrior. She's 15 years old. She'll be on the show with her mom, and they'll be talking about how they're doing advocacy work around raising the awareness of sickle cell anemia, which is prevalent in the African American community. So I'm really excited about that. So please join me. And then at 11:30, I will be delivering the message at my spiritual home, Rockland Centers for Spiritual Living. You can join me on Zoom by going to the website, rocklandcsl.org, and clicking on the Sunday service link. I would love to see your wonderful faces, or you can check it out on Facebook Live. The topic is, is your commitment greater than your resistance? And that is so in the flow with what we've been talking about these last couple of weeks. Is your commitment greater than your resistance? Ah, yes. I'm all in for that, right? So I think those are all the announcements that I have to make. Let me check in with Sekou. How you doing, Sekou?
I'm good. Yeah. I don't know. Thanks for the support of the Hero Ministry. Thanks for all the people that got socks. Oh, that's what we should say. So I'm gonna give my address. We'll figure that out. So if you ordered socks, I'll send you my address. You can send the socks directly to me instead of sending them to Rev Mail and then having her send them to me. We'll just save time that way.
And money.
Yeah, save time and money. So I will send you my address directly, and you can send your socks to me. And yeah, we'll get that rocking. The event is coming up on July 24th. Super excited about that. And we'll have Jay White on Living Life in Joy right before the show. And there's the Joy socks.
Yes.
The Hero socks.
Yeah.
Sock game going on. So excited to be doing that work and excited to be standing in support of the unhoused in this way, because socks are at the very top of the list of things that they need.
Wonderful. Yeah. And thank you again for meeting our goal of 10. We're in the overflow of 12. And that's how we roll. That's what I tell people. Hey, the congregation of Joy rolls in the overflow. We roll in the overflow, right? All right, y'all. So thank you. You can still participate in the sock drive by going to my Etsy store, iamrevmelissa. What did I say? I am Red Melissa at Etsy, and you can make your purchase there. And what I will do is I will just put the shipping address to Sekou's address. Okay. All right. Moving forward. So all of the socks have been shipped. So if you haven't received your socks yet, you should be receiving them in the next day or two. I know Nan got hers and Vanessa got hers, and many of you have indicated that you got yours. So Sekou will be sending you his address, and you can mail them to him if you want the socks donated to the unhoused. Again, it doesn't matter to me. 100% of the proceeds will still be going to Sekou for organizations who support the unhoused. Okay. Karen got hers. Yeah, I think everyone got theirs. Lindsay got hers. Yeah. So thank you all again. Thank you so much. All right, y'all. I will see y'all tomorrow. I might be in the car tomorrow because I have to take my aunt to the doctor. So I'm trying to figure that all out. Since the last pre-recording thing didn't go so well, I might just do it in the car. So I'm gonna work on that. And so I'll see y'all tomorrow, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Remember, what are we doing? We're making a choice from a place of integrity, from a place of wholeness, from a state of consciousness, regardless of what it is. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, y'all. All right. So peace and blessings, peace and justice. We're living life in joy, connected to our yes.